So I've made a decent amount of money as a day trader, but there are many things that I wish I had known before I got started. And so today I'm going to share them with you. So the first thing that people don't realize is that trading is a marathon. It's not a sprint. A lot of people get into it just to try and make some quick money, and that's really not going to help you at all. In fact, once you get over this, you will progress a lot faster. A lot of people think that, hey, if I just find the right indicator, the right course, the right strategy, I'm going to make it. And it's simply not true. You have to work on yourself as a person, but also work on the craft. And so a lot of people go down the rabbit hole of trying to find this magic holy grail. And a lot of people wonder why they haven't made hundreds of thousands of dollars in 6 months. Well, you wouldn't expect to get your degree at university after 6 months. It takes at least 3 to 4 years. This is the number that I've seen over and over again. For me, it was about 3.5 years before I started to find profitability. And it's the same for a lot of people. So do not try to rush the journey. If you rush the journey of trying to become a profitable trader, you will be sabotaging yourself, because it will actually take you much longer to find profitability if you're in a rush. But rather treat it like you would a university. You're spending a whole bunch of money and you're coming out on the other end more educated and likely to earn a stable living. And this is a healthy way to see the journey of becoming a profitable day trader. And right at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about one crucial thing you need to realize in order to fully take advantage of trading and make it a career. Before learning this, I really struggled to become profitable. And had I known this from the start, I would have become profitable much quicker. So I'm sure many of you will be familiar with the phrase that trading is 80% psychology and 20% strategy. And the second thing on this list is that that's absolute bullshit. Trading is actually all about strategy, believe it or not. Strategy is actually the main foundation for your trading. If you do not have a strategy, you cannot therefore work on your psychology. If you do not know what strategy you're trading, how on earth are you going to adapt your psychology to trading if it doesn't work with your particular strategy? Certain strategies require different psychology approaches. And in many cases, the issues you're having with trading psychology can be fixed by tweaking your strategy. For example, if you are struggling with overtrading, what can you do? Oh, I can go and read Market Wizards. Oh, I can go read Trading in the Zone. Yeah, sure, that's going to help. That's all good. But what can you do practically with your particular psychology issue? You can, in fact, tweak your strategy to work with your psychology. Everybody has different psychological traits, and therefore different strategies will appeal more to other people, and other people will be better at trading certain strategies than they are trading other strategies. And so you might be asking, how do I find a strategy that works best for me? So for example, you're struggling with overtrading. Now, if you're overtrading, what is a simple fix you can do to remedy this issue? You can simply trade the higher time frames with your strategy. And that is again a strategy tweak that will remedy your psychology issue. And so finding a strategy that works with your psychology is actually really key to being a successful trader. But how do you find a strategy that works for you? And this could be a whole different video, but simply put, all you need to do is find a strategy that works with your day-to-day lifestyle. For example, what times do you work and when would you prefer to trade? When are you in the best mindset? The second thing you need to figure out is what kind of risk reward works best for you and what win rate would you prefer with your own psychological traits. For example, do you want a strategy that has a high win rate but a low risk reward? This, for some people, works the best, whereas other people like a high risk reward but a low win rate. So you need to figure out where on that spectrum you come out. And no, you cannot have both. You cannot have a high risk reward and a high win rate. It just doesn't exist. Get this myth out of your head. And the third thing I wish I knew before I started trading is that data is the secret. Collecting data within trading is like a superpower. If you're good with Excel spreadsheets and you're good at crunching numbers, trading is for you. And unfortunately for me, I was not one of these people. I didn't like numbers and I didn't like spreadsheets. However, I found a way to make it work for me. Now, you might be asking, what the hell does spreadsheets have to do with trading? Well, collecting data on your strategy is completely crucial to making your strategy work. And at the same same time making your psychology work. Let me explain. So when you're trying to test out a trading strategy, collecting data, as I'm sure you know, is extremely important to prove to yourself that this trading strategy works. How on earth are you going to know you can make this work in the live market if you don't have at least 2 years worth of data for your trading strategy? And so if you are good at collecting data and putting it on a spreadsheet and collating all of that information, well, chances are you're going to be pretty damn good at trading. So what I recommend to you is get onto TradingView, use the bar replay tool or one of the new softwares available such as Tradezella, who now has a backtest tool that automatically gives you all of your stats and data as you backtest your strategy, all completely fully automated, so you don't need to do any Excel spreadsheeting. It's all done for you. And this is what I've been using lately, and it's freaking great. But good old TradingView bar replay works as well, and just input that into your Excel spreadsheet. Now, there are many different backtesting templates available, and a lot of people make use of software such as Notion as well for their backtesting. Again, it doesn't matter how you do it, just collect this information when you are backtesting. The most important thing to document when backtesting is the following: trade time. When was the trade open and under which session was it? Obviously, was the trade a winner or a loser? This is important because you want to know how much you win and how much you lose. You can then also have a total on your spreadsheet that tells you what your monthly percentage gain is if you're risking 1% per trade, as well as your win rate. So that's how many times you've won out of the trades that you've taken as a whole. Now, once you can work out your win rate, as well as which trades work out best for you, you can also figure out which variation of entry you prefer. For example, certain strategies have different entry models, and you can test these side by side and find out which ones work best for you in which session. This is crucial. However, I recommend if you are starting out, just test one strategy and one entry model. That's all I use actually, and that's all you need to be profitable. So you've started to make some profit and you've started thinking about quitting your job to pursue becoming a day trader full time. That's all good and well, but one thing you need to realize is that being your own boss is really hard. Whether you're a trader or whether you're an entrepreneur who's just working for themselves, it's very hard to be your own boss. And the biggest factor that determines whether you will be effective as a day trader working for yourself is time management. Now, time management is key to being successful because you need to know firstly what sessions you are trading. You also need to know what time can be allocated for all of the other tasks you need to get done. For example, I don't only day trade, and I don't suggest that be your only thing as well. Once you decide to quit your job, etc., I recommend that you have other streams of income. For example, I do YouTube. I have other affiliate things that make me money through YouTube. I'm not going to try and disguise that. It is a nice income to have on top of trading. Do not rely on trading solely as your only form of income. This will screw up your psychology and mess up your trading. You put too much pressure on yourself by doing this. Don't be stupid. Make sure you have other streams of income. And so time management to maintain these different streams of income and other activities is important. It's also important to manage your own personal life. Do not throw away your own personal life, your social life for trading. I struggle with this. I struggle with balance, and I really struggle with time management. And so I'm kind of like, do what I say and not what I do, because I really struggle with this one. I go head first into everything that I do. And so when I started trading and collecting data, I spent all of my time doing this. And so my relationship suffered and my mental health suffered because I was fully in on this. I wasn't eating properly. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't looking after my mental health. I wasn't going outside for walks. I was just working, and this is bad. Do not fall into this, or you will not be able to do this long term. It will not be sustainable. So make sure you have your time management on lock. The thing you really need to realize if you want to make trading a career and you want to be successful at trading is that size matters. Size matters. What do I mean by this? I mean, of course, the bigger your account, the more money you're going to make. Do not think that you can come in here and take $100 account and flip it into $1,000, into $10,000. That's not how it works. And if somebody tells you this and they tell you you can sustainably do this over and over, they're lying to you and they're trying to scam you. Do not listen to them. So why am I telling you this? Firstly, don't get scammed. Secondly, prop firms. Prop firms were the reason that I was profitable. Why? because I kept trying to take small amounts of money and turn it into big amounts of money, and that is just not going to work. You are gambling at that point. But if you have access to large amounts of capital, let's say 6 figures, $100,000, $200,000, you could quite sustainably make a small percentage on that every month. And once I figured this out and I found out about prop firms, I was just like, this is amazing. And so yes, prop firms have been under a lot of scrutiny lately, but it is still a massive opportunity. So make sure you take advantage of it while you can. If you want to use the prop firm that I use, there is a discount code in the description that gives you 10% off. I have personally withdrawn over $18,000 from that prop firm, so I know that they are legit. So those were 5 things I wish I knew before I started trading. But click this video here to find out what to do once you actually start trading and how to become profitable as fast as you can.